You're listening to Behind the Reality. Real people, real stories, real life.
My name is Biggs, and I was a contestant of Love Island Series 6.
How did you end up on Love Island?
So I was approached through Instagram by a caster. They asked me, are you single, blah, 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 whatever. So they don't tell you straight away it's about Love Island. They just ask you, like, are you single? So I said, yes, this, that. I had the indication, a small indication that it was going to be Love Island. And then he spoke to me through the ITV2 verified Instagram page just to confirm it.
Had you always wanted to go on Love Island, or was it kind of just a spur-of-the-moment thing?
I applied for it, I think around maybe 3 years ago I applied for Love Island. After that, I didn't try again. So it's not something I thought, I'm going to do Love Island. But I would do it. Obviously, I've done it. But it's not something, my mind was thinking about.
Did you know that you were going to go in midway through the series, or did you think you were going to go in at the start?
Yeah, so I'll be honest, I thought I was starting. I really did think, because the audition went so well. But yeah, things happen.
And obviously with reality TV, sometimes people of colour in particular, they can get represented quite negatively. Was that something that crossed your mind at all before going on the show?
Nah, not at all, because there's no way they could portray me in a bad way, because when I was in the villa, I was always happy, so they couldn't get me in a bad situation, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you watch it back, every moment was a funny moment, like the Skittles thing with Jess, the Salt Bay thing with Demi, it was always happy vibes, positive vibes. That's just me by nature, so there was no way they could have portrayed me in any bad way. But I know it happens to people.
What was it like being cut off from the outside world and you didn't have any idea of what was going on the outside?
Yeah, to be fair, it was easy. It's so much easier than I thought, because you don't even want to think about the outside world. You just want to live for the moment. In that moment's the best.
What did you think about the editing? Did it portray your experience accurately?
Yes and no. Obviously, you only get to see 1 hour out of 24 hours, so you don't get to see that much.
So do you think there was a lot of things they could have shown of you that they didn't?
Yeah, but it was always going to happen that way. There's no way they can show every single moment. But they missed out a lot, but that was always going to happen.
After the show, a lot of people are on Love Island, they go on to become influencers and stuff. Was that something that appealed to you personally?
Yeah, obviously it's good because it's on the side, but it's not my main aim. I just think that's just on the side for me. I don't want to just be Instagram famous. So that's just going to be a bonus for me, but I've got more ideas and I've got more to give.
A lot of times people criticise Love Island for saying it puts a lot of pressure on its participants and saying that it can promote unrealistic beauty standards. Did you feel any pressure at all to look a certain way before going on the show?
Yeah, for example, it's natural to go to the gym before you go on holiday. For most of us anyway. So if you know you're going on holiday, you're going to try your best to look the best, so it shouldn't be any different for Love Island. If you're going on a show where the full world's going to see you, you're going to try and look the best you can. But it's not pressure, but it's just common sense. Most people, before you go on holiday, there's people that will start hitting the sunbed, there's some people that go to the gym, so yeah.
And then after you came out, was it just in back to the real world? Did life change for you dramatically, or was it quite similar?
It changed. It definitely changed. People recognising you. I'm not saying I'm this big Hollywood star because I wasn't in there long enough, but there was a difference.
In terms of social media and stuff, did you have to deal with any trolling, and how did you handle that?
I've been lucky that I haven't had any death threats or nothing like that. I've had nothing negative really. You get the odd comment you're trying to act like a superstar, this, that, but it's always going to happen. You expect it. There's no way you can get into Love Island, or there's no way you can be in the public eye and not get any negative comments made about you. It comes with it. If you want to be a celeb, it comes with that. Did
you feel supported after the show in terms of support from production, support from your family and friends and stuff?
Yeah, especially ITV production, man. They even text me today. They always check up on you every week, but everything's good with me. It's a blessing. I don't take anything for granted. Everything that's happened's a blessing. The thing is, you need to go, see, going into Love Island, you need to have the mindset of whatever happens, happens. So if you get fame from this, cool. If you don't, the main thing is you got that opportunity. But how many thousands of people apply for Love Island? So for me to even be considered, that's a blessing for me alone.
If someone was applying for a reality TV show, what advice would you give them?
The best advice I would give is be yourself. Like, I know everyone says that, but you have to. Like, TV shows like Love Island, they like people being consistent. So if you're that goofy guy at the start of the audition, they would like you to be like that on the show. Like, they like consistency. Like me, I'm always happy. I'm happy 24/7. So there's no point in me acting, oh, I'm this big bad boy, I get all the girls, and then I'm in the villa. I'm nothing like that. The best thing is just to be yourself. That's the best advice I could give, and just enjoy like the moment. Don't think too much, don't plan too much.
Do you have any regrets at all about your experience?
Never, I loved it.
Would you do reality TV again, and would you do anything differently?
I would do reality TV again. I enjoy it. That's the thing, like, I love doing it.
And then final question, how can people follow you, and what are you up to now?
So people can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. My Instagram is BiggsChrisX, and the same goes for my TikTok, BiggsChrisX. And what's next is just, after this lockdown, I just need to wait and see what's happening. I've got a lot planned, but I can't say anything yet.
Behind the reality.